Today is International Mother Earth Day, and to help us celebrate, we've got South Africa's very own Green Queen, Miss Earth South Africa 2024, Jessica Nell, joining us on Goeiemôre. Good morning.
And if you have any questions for Jessica, please send us a WhatsApp with your question, name, and where you're from. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you.
Now, I would like you to tell us a little bit more about the Miss Earth South Africa pageant. What exactly does it entail?
So we wouldn't really necessarily call it a pageant, we call it a leadership program. So we try and equip young women ages 18 to 27 to be a little bit more environmentally cautious and try and teach them about sustainability, just trying to get it a little bit more out there and try and better the earth as we go along.
What inspired you to enter this mentorship program specifically?
So it's a little bit of a story. I went to a coffee shop and I had to speak with the barista, and I asked them, I'm like, how many cups do you guys go through a day? And he mentioned about almost 10 to 15,000 cups. That's what we're throwing into our landfills, into our oceans. And I had a little bit of a think about it. And the next day I got an email in my inbox from the Miss Earth organization for a call to entry. And I just felt that I love a sign, and I really truly believe in science. And I thought that this is my sign and this is my year to enter.
And you've recently competed in the Philippines. How was that?
That was such an amazing experience. That's something I could never really truly explain to anyone, but if I could explain it in a few words, it was so transformational, and it was such a growing experience, being with people for 3 weeks, living with different countries, learning their cultures, teaching a bit of our culture, and then going through that whole experience.
And in terms of our Earth, the Philippines is one of the most beautiful places in the world. How did you experience that?
It's such a beautiful country, and I always said to my mom after I came back, I'm like, they were always smiling, and they do come from poverty. And I always ask the leaders of the group, I'm like, why is everybody always so extremely happy? And they just take everything with a pinch of salt, and they don't take anything for granted. And it's truly something that you can learn from them. And they're really grateful for anything. I mean, we were driving through the Philippines on the back of the cars, and we're thinking it's not such a big deal, but for them it was such a big deal, for people being there and exploring their country.
Was there anything else regarding their culture that you've enjoyed most?
Definitely their food. They have really good fruit, and I'm such a foodie. So the food was really amazing there, and just their kindness. A lot of them would come up to you and they would touch your nose with their nose. And that was like, we were in the region of Bukitnang, and that is something that that their culture does, their specific culture. And I just thought it was such a sweet thing to greet everyone by touching your noses.
How did you prepare for the environmental advocacy part of your journey as Miss Earth SA?
I would say a lot of research, and I definitely had a lot of help from the Miss Earth organization. They held a lot of workshops, which was very helpful. And speaking of Miss Earth organization, we have entries open right now, so you can enter to be Miss Earth South Africa 2025, and we have a lot of workshops coming up, which will teach them a little bit more about sustainability and how you can implement it into everyday life.
And what environmental issue in South Africa specifically do you think is overlooked?
I would say your soil health. With a lot of farming and mining going on, I think it's something that we're overlooking at the moment. We have a lot of issues at the moment as well with air pollution and water pollution, but I do think the health of our soil is very important. That's where our food comes from. That's where our plants come from. So we definitely need to put a little bit of more attention to that.
Speaking of, we've actually got a viewer question for you, Jessica, wanting to know, what are some of the small things that they can do to take better care of the earth? Because you always think that, you know, my klein bietjie gaan nie nou regtig help nie, but actually it does.
No, every small action really makes an impact. So what I usually do is, if I buy any products, I look at the back of it. Does it have the cruelty-free label on it? Is it environmentally friendly? When you buy things or take packaging to the supermarket, are you reusing your packaging? Is the packaging that you're getting, is it sustainable? Is it recyclable? So that's all the little small things that you can do to take action for it.
And do you have any advice for the average person on how to be a little bit more conscious within this regard?
Yes, so like every small little action makes a big impact. So switching off the water when you brush your teeth, like I said, take your shopping bags, reuse your shopping bags. It's so easy to take it with and then reuse it and not have to buy more at the supermarkets. Women, if you buy your makeup, make sure that there's the cruelty-free label at the back. All these small little things do make a big difference.
What advice would you give for someone wanting to enter the Miss Earth South Africa mentorship program this year?
Just do it. Just do it. It's such a fun experience. The sisterhood behind it. I have gained so many friends along the way that I still speak to today. We all support each other. I know a friend from last year wants to really enter this year, and I just said to her, just do it. It's such a, you gain so much from it than losing. And even if you win, if you don't win, the experience behind it and what we've taught each other and what we've learned along the way is just so much more valuable.
So it does make a difference in terms of spreading awareness as well.
Yes, definitely. It's a fun way. You learn so many things, and then what the information that you've gathered, you can spread it along the way, and then you teach people that maybe never known anything about these things that you just learned along the way. Yes.
Jessica, what's next for you, and where can people follow your journey, just in closing?
So you can follow me on Instagram. I'm busy starting my own business, so that's very exciting for me, and I'm very excited for that journey as well.
Jessica, happy Earth Day to you. Thank you so much for coming to chat to us on Goeiemôre. Good morning. From Mother Earth to our own mothers. After this, we'll be talking to Anay Pretorius about how she's working to immortalize our mothers' stories. Make sure that you stay tuned for that.